Hey, good morning, everyone. So, we are continue with our Network Plus tutorial. We are on chapter 5, part A. So, my name is Itobia Building. I will be done taking this Network Plus. I have a colleague which is known as John Teal. John Teal is cybersecurity instructor and program coordinator. Senior colleague of mine that is impactful and helpful in this industry. My company is known as IBIT Training. So I partner with computer organizations to deliver training to the young ones or to anybody that want to get satisfied in a particular courses like Network Plus, A Plus, and all that. Today we are emphasizing on routing technology. Routing technology. So these are major area that I'm going to discuss in details. The routing technology. Under the routing, we have routing table and then path selections. So what are the in the first place, what is routing? The routing is the way or the process a packet is moving from one router to the other. So that is what we call routing. That's what we call routing. Now coming to the path, it means that the way it follow before it gets to what to the destination. So that is so you can select to follow many paths before you can get to your destination. So you really want to choose the path before you get to your destination. Now under this, now we have these following main parameter defining the routing entry. Number one, your protocol define it. Number two, your destinations, the interface, and the gateway, which is the next hop. So these are the four determinants of your routing table. Moving to the next slide now. We'll be talking about static and default routers. Routing table entries involve this. We have the directly connected routes, we have the remote routes, we have the host route, and we have the default route. The table below will say justice to this, and you will get what I'm trying to explain with this routing table. You can see the example of routing table now. We have router A, router B, and router C. So the router A, this is the table stated below. Two two IP address is connected to router A. That is, we said connected. What are these ones? 10.0.1.0/24 is connected to router A. Another one that's connected to router is 10.0.2.0/24 is also connected. Also check the procedure in router B. So we see the IP address that is connected to what? To the router B, which is 10.0.2.0.24, 10.0.3.0/24. So these are the two that connected to router B, and it's obvious. So now the first one, is a static, the second one is also a static. So you can see those one that isn't connected to what? To the router is known to be a static. Now the last one, which is router C, we discover that 8.0.0.0.0/0 happen to be a static as well, while other two is what is connected. So this is what routing table is all about. So with that previous slide, imagine it with this example of routing table. It give you a clear picture of router, what router is all about. Now we have packet forwarding. Now how do you forward a packet in a router? Number one is that you receive the packet. When the packet gets to what? To you, then the second step is to examine the packet. You have to check the packet. So the router have to check the packet. Maybe this is the right message that is expecting before you can decide to move it to somewhere else. Another step is consulting the routing table. Oh, the routing table, is this what I'm expecting? So after your consultation, then you move to making a forward decision. So you see the various steps you need to take. And after making the forward decision, then you forward the packet towards to the destinations. So these are the five procedures that make packet forwarded. Now we have hope count. What is hope count? A hope count is what how many router he was able to what to encounter before he gets to his destination. So if router A, if you want to send a packet to router B, router 3 or router 4, now is moving for the packet is moving from router 1 to router 2, from router 2 to router 3 to router 4. So you can see the part that he was able to went through before he get to the destination is known as the hop. So it's hop count. How many places do you get to? Where do you branch before you get to the destination? So all this one is known as what? Hop count. So we have router configurations. When I'm talking about router configuration, I've did this in my previous slide, and this will have been another opportunity for you to understand what router configuration is all about. Some subnet or IP network must not be separated by a router. So different subnet or IP network must be separated by a router. Now we have the edge router or firewall. This one protects this one is known as network firewall. So it protects unwanted uh, unwanted material or users to what to get intrude to what to the network. Now from the ISP to the router, from the router to the switch, you can see, and from the switch there's a distributions. So one port, one we have from one switch. Now there are many clients connected to it, which is workstation. For another switch there's another one, and the third switch the same thing. You can see that in this configuration now, most of this routing, the configuration has to do with managed switch, which is a layer 3 switch. So you do the configuration and they will now be working. So at this point now we are talking about VLAN in this guys. Now routing tools. We have show routing. When you go to your command prompt, when you are connected to router, you type show routing, it display the routing table for you. You use address restriction protocol to list the current table entries. You use route to show the IP routing table of a host. Then use trace route to track a packet path to destinations. So you can see this. These are some of the tools you can use in your routing on your router to get what a clear information. So far so good, we've been able to complete chapter 5 part A. I believe with this tutorial it will be helpful enough for you to get what routing is all about. So join me and meet me in the next tutorial, which is chapter 5 part B.